Indoctrination.
Are they all destroyed?
Blast them to bits.
Let's get on with it.
Robotech, tonight at 3:15. Oh, tune up.
Somewhere out in space.
Hello, Retai. Respond. What is the situation going on in the 67th UPD fleet? Respond, damn it. Retai, I demand that you respond immediately or what's the use? Nothing is going right today. Ever since Retai and Pickles were visited by that stranger in board his mothership, I haven't been able to get a hold of more of his fleet of Zentradi soldiers, and now I fear the worst has happened. Maybe the Macross have used their protoculture to conquer their battleship fleet, and it's only a matter of time before my mothership is the next target. Oh, I just can't believe that this is how it ends for the mighty Zentradi race. Well, I might as well go out there and face the musical weight, if that lot I think is headed this way. Oh, fuck, and to act insult to injury, a goddamn Zentradi has infiltrated my mothership.
Hot hot hot. Why hello there, Mr. Tall, Dark and Sexy. My name is Ryoko, the Space Pedal Pirate, and I have come here to pedal plunder this gigantic spaceship establishment and everyone in it for the glory of Tatsushima and the Ketchum Clan's Japanese branch, of whom have tasked me to this swell assignment. I take it that I am in the swell presence of Boddole of the Zentradi Empire. Am I right?
What? Of him? Why, yes, you assumed correctly. I am indeed called Boddole, the Supreme Commander of the 118th Zentradi Main Fleet. And pardon me by saying so, but why do you speak of such strange customs like swell and sexy, and pedal plundering? Such glowing terms aren't like a proper Zentradi like yourself to speak of.
Zentradi? Oh, you've got it all wrong. I'm not actually a member of your home planet. You see, I started my raid journey back at Macross City, where I was watching the concert of one hot little number named Linmene, who was sporting quite a Daisu display of smoothage. And despite her being technically Chinese, I figured that she would make a great addition to our group's Japanese branch. And just as I was in the middle of her indoctrination after giving her pancakes a rub down for a swell warm-up, just then we get attacked by another army fleet, and that's when I decided to intervene and teach those nerf herders a lesson for interrupting our swell sexy time. But when I boarded one of the ships to have my swell way with one of those giant studs, I noticed that one of them already had semen sprayed on his boot left by a certain hipster faggot. When I followed the aforementioned culprit responsible, I see him stepping into a strange water tank-like machine and watched him grow to gigantic proportions and then proceed to have his way with the giant stud he was boot bumping earlier on. And while he went to go get his space rocks off with the ones leading the army fleet, I decided to find the head honcho in charge of this whole shebang, and now, here we are.
Yes, I figured that you were one of the Macross who came from the supervision army vessels that we've been trying to retrieve this whole time. And there's no doubt that Retai and his fleet have also suffered the same fate, and it's only a matter of time before our entire species succumbs to the culture of these Macross. I suppose this is what we get for not leaving that enough alone. Oh well, I have long made peace with this. I am ready to accept my fate, Miss Macross.
Hey now, don't feel so down about your situation, Mr. Big Sexy Stud. But my, you do seem to be under a lot of stress from the looks of it. Say, before we get down to business, why don't I help relieve some of that tension by giving you a foot massage? What do you say?
That word you just said, foot massage. Another strange Macross custom, I assume. Now that I think of it, those Macross that we apprehended not too long ago also spoke of strange customs as well, such as that one they called that form of protoculture that seems so inferior. But this word, foot massage, that you speak of, for some reason it gives me a strange sensation in my lower abdominal area. Yes.
Oh, so I'm turning you on right now, am I? Well then, take a good look at these babies right here and tell me what you think. Pretty downright gorgeous, wouldn't you say?
Oh my, you have exposed your lower anatomical structure, and oh yes, you have succeeded in making the tingling sensation in my pelvic region grow larger, even causing my reproductive appendage to take a solid form. But getting back to your previous statement, I am still quite intrigued by the term you mentioned earlier, this foot massage. Just saying the name itself is, how you so constantly put it, swell. So then, if you would, Miss Pedal Pirate, please demonstrate to me this foot massage. You shall be the swell teacher and I'm your humble student.
Oh my, well aren't we the little, big gentleman charmer here? Well okay then big boy, I'll be glad to give you such a swell demonstration. Now take off those boots and let me give those purple pancakes a soothing rub down. Oh yeah baby, so smooth and sweaty. It's like fondling a big pile of warm soggy plums in my hands. The love juices from my wet blanket will make the perfect petal lube.
Oh yes, this is quite stimulating, Miss Petal Pirate. Your culture is indeed something to be admired and deserves further examination. But I must ask you, why do you refer to my lower anatomical structure as the micron delicacy they call pancakes?
Just another one of Spiconia's greatest mysteries, big fella. Anyways, let's get back to the rub-a-dub-dubbing like—
Oh sweet kid, but you I'm sure to dedicate myself to when this is all over. I have never felt so awake. Is that another micron I see hovering around us?
Oh, is that what that is? For a second I thought you might have had bit of a giant insect problem or something, but now that you mention it, that what I assumed was a big fly looks awfully familiar. Oh hey, it's you.
Ha ha ha, why hello there Ryoko baby. Say, you're looking quite larger than life, Ramada.
Oh, yeah, so kind of you to notice, you little corn cutie. But anyways Trunks, just how the flying tub jam did you even know I was here?
Yes, my little micron friend, and how did you even manage to infiltrate my ship? Did you by chance come from the supervision army vessel as well? Moreover, would you like a foot massage?
Supervision what? Oh yeah, you mean that big spaceship thingy? I was there alright. As a matter of fact, just as I was cooling myself off at this nearby water fountain exposing my slender adolescent body, these three pedophiles wearing sports jackets and camping gear snuck up and took turns having their swell way with me. After I got done making their little wet dreams come true, some hot little number named Wyndham May said that she saw you headed towards the enemy fleet attacking their base, and so I went on my own little raid journey that led me straight here. But anyways, Mr. Loverich, big purple-headed warrior, as I'm assuming that Ryoko here has already exposed you to the wonders of pedophilia, how's about I join you both for a Mega Stomp Foot 3-way to close out this video? What do you say?
Mega Stomp 3-way? Yes, such glowing terms proves that you're truly my kind of micron.
But Trunks, how do you expect to join us for such a swell sexy time, when you're not exactly at the same physical level, so to speak? Unless there's another one of those devices to grow you to our size on this ship, I think the best we can do is give you a literate mega stomp out.
Oh, don't you worry Ryoko, I already have that part covered. Before coming to Macross City I was having, as you said, a literate stomp out with some of the male insects from the movie Dog and Keto. And well, those bum-bum-bogies gave me a little parting gift to remember them by. Look familiar. But anywho, I think it might just be what I need to get on the same page as you two. Well, enough talk, here I go. Oh, this green root does make a swell sound. It feels even better between my toes. Oh yes, I can definitely feel something growing.
Other than the bulge in my pants. Hey, that lost wizard.
Oh my Trunks, I'd say you just took the term growing boy to a whole new level. Hog.
Yes, I definitely feel larger than life, and I'm not talking my size, Link. Now then, Mr. Purple People Eater, if you think Ryoko's feet are sexy, why don't you take a good look at these smooth-looking babies and tell me if they give you a raging boner? Oh my, that is quite a sight to behold. Yes, I can't say without a shadow of doubt that your lower anatomical function, your smooth-looking bare feet, are definitely how you said, giving me a raging boner. Oh yes, the influence of your culture is already coursing through my veins. I'll say, you're definitely getting all the proper slangs down.
Speaking of stuff pumping through your veins, Dolzy, I'd like to feel the blood pump through your veins, as I squeeze your big purple head with my literate big toes, and I don't mean the big purple head on your shoulders, Link.
Oh my god, that swell comment of yours just made the aforementioned big purple head in my pelvic region go 75% stiffer. So what are we waiting for? Let's get this foot 3-way going already for feet's sake.
Well, alrighty then. Take off any footwear you have on and let's fuck.
Quick, change the channel!
Likewise, Paradise was recorded in front of a live internet audience.
Where's Misato?
At work. She called earlier. She'll be there all night.
So, That means we're all alone tonight, huh? This is the impenetrable wall of Jericho, third child.
What?
Take one step over this wall and you'll be a dead man. And now it's time to go to bed, children. Ugh. Why do Japanese sleep on the floor? This is so stupid.
Okay, I get it. You're a lesbian. You don't have to rub it in, even though I secretly wish that's what you do. Damn this sexual repression. Maybe I should have just stayed back.
Hey, Sinji, why don't you stop complaining?
And just fucking get it on with me already. That's right, Shinji screamed for mercy like a good little sex slave. And by the way, you can take this sudden reveal that I have stepped further out of the shoe closet as my special little surprise to you. And since you've been such a good sport with me yanking your chain for so long, I'm gonna PMS kick your genitalia so hard that it swells up to the size of an elephant.
But anyways, that's the story of how Jericho turned the Starlight Mansion into one of the biggest lolicon bordellos in Los Angeles. Say, Edward, before I have you smother my screen with your perfume pancakes again, I must ask, what are these fiyokos and why do they require the constant reinstated affection?
No, don't. He's on Salvia.
Salvia, come on. These wild and crazy kids today.
They're just looking up to their idols. Come on, man. What would you do?
I double dare them to look up to real idols.
Lindsay Lohan?
Michael Phelps.
Not to get us back on track or anything, but can we get back on track?
Wait, check this out.
That's a no.
Ah, that's smarts!
Pep culture. Hey,
That
that
was
was
wizard.
wizard.
Hey Trunks, you bonza smooth pork bung prince. It's me again. Why don't you and that giant space grimace give me a mega stopping with your economy-sized pancakes, while that female pirate has her way with the rest of the Zentradi under his command. By the way folks, yes I used the green root to grow in size as well, but the reason my voice sounds normal and not big and booming is because I am basically about the same size of a human. To right.
Go squeak Tilda, that ugly bum bummer really sucks the life out of the fourth wall. Not that it makes any difference at this point, hog. But anyways, thanks for watching this swell collaboration video, and stay tuned because there will be more text to Navi's speech on the way. Peace out for now.
Man, this damn show.
Dude, it just keeps on getting lamer.
Random ass, confusing bullshit. No! Bad dresser.
Hello?